Hello, darlings, and a very big, wild, warm, and wet, wobbly, willy waving welcome to Saturday night Eurovision night live. I love Eurovision. I love Eurovision. I don't care how camp it is or rubbish. I mean, it's not the same as when Wogan used to get pissed doing the commentary. That was brilliant. I can't remember what song it was that he started drinking on. He always started drinking at the same song, and then not the same song, but the same number song in the running order. And then, of course, the the great pleasure then was just listening to him getting drunker and drunker and drunker, and more indiscreet as the night went on. Let me know how the scores are doing. When I was driving home, they were doing the jury votes, and Switzerland were getting loads of 12 points, and they were in the lead by quite a considerable margin. Good evening, Boaty and all, says Jimmy Quinn. Hello, Jimmy. Peter P says, good evening, Boaty and all. Meatballs with lingonberry jam today. Cheers, darlings, your very good health. I've earned this tonight. I've got to be honest. I had sausage and mash again. I had 2 sausages left. And yesterday's sausage and mash was so good, I thought, bugger it. I'll have it again today. And I did. And it was fabulous. And I really enjoyed it. Yeah. Evening, people, says Barry Scrotter. The M11 is also here. Happy Saturday to this lovely little community. And a big squishable hello to our ever so sexy and irresistibly gorgeous host, Mr. Boaty himself. And clearly the M11 has neither been to Specsavers nor have Specsavers been to her. But an equally squishable welcome back at you from me and all of us. Steve Cole is here. Neil is here. Neil Gibbons, a.k.a. the Gibbinator, a.k.a. the very, very, very nice man. Hello. How are we getting on today? Is anyone not bothered about seeing the lights? I'm going to go out and have a look. I'm going to go out and have a peek after this. Oh, it was song 9. Thank you, matron. It was song 9 when Wogan started drinking. Wogan cut his own hair, says Steve Colg. What, you mean he cut his own wig? Daz Smith is here and says, evening, Boaty and chat. Hope you're all well. I'm watching the contest, says matron. Forgive me for no chat for a bit. I'm a bottle of wine in, but don't tell anyone. Wogan never smoked, but his Rolls Royce did, says Steve Colg. I don't know about Wogan owning a Rolls Royce. I bought his Bentley. I bought his Bentley 8. And yeah, I own that. His name was the previous owner's name on the logbook when they still did that. It was a non-turbo Bentley 8 in Balmoral green with oatmeal. Rather a nice thing. I can't see the light here in London, says matron, because of light pollution. Boo. Neil says, too much light pollution here, to be honest. Wish I'd brought the car over because I'd have driven up the Clee Hills. Oh, that would have been nice. Andrew Buttigieg is here and says, a very good evening, Boaty and everyone. Mark on motoring, the lovely Mark, says, good evening all. Apologies for being late. It's been a grueling few days at work, but fear not, I'm marked safe from Eurovision. I love Eurovision. Here we go. This is where the Euro contest gets exciting. The popular votes are starting. Well, keep us up to speed, matron. No, it's not going to be a late one tonight, darlings. I am suffering today, or I was suffering. I happen to be on the electric telephone to friends last night until very late indeed. And the problem with me is if it's past wine o'clock and I stay up later than usual for some reason, like, an extended, lengthy telephone call, I forget to stop drinking. So, that it's wine o'clock, I drink, I go to bed. So if I don't go to bed for an extra 2 hours, then I just do an extra 2 hours drinking, don't I? And as a result, I must have been absolutely lashed when I went to bed last night. I mean, I left wine here on the table. That's how lashed I must have been. And my God, was I suffering when I got up this morning. So most of today's plans all went out of the window. I was going to make a lovely film about going to my beautiful local supermarket to do a big shop. Oh, couldn't do that. I mean, I did go and do the big shop, although that was a struggle. But the idea of actually filming and talking, that was an absolute no-no. So tonight it's going to be short but sweet, and I'm going to be sensible. So I've got a big day tomorrow, darlings. Thanks to doing a big shop, I've got a big treat tomorrow. Oh yeah, I cashed in my old nectar points, didn't I, darlings? And I've got a lovely piece of, but I'll show it to you. I've got roast beef for tomorrow's Sunday lunch. Look at this. Whoa, isn't that lovely? Look at that, not an ounce of fat on it. Just what we like. So that's going to be absolutely lovely. And I'm really going to treat myself because I'm not going to split this into 3 meals. No, it's only going to be 2 meals. I'll cook it all, obviously. And I'm going to have roast beef and Yorkshire pud with roast potatoes, fresh green beans, which I've got in the fridge there. All the doings, horseradish, nice gravy, all of that. And then the other half I'm going to have on Tuesday or Wednesday with some homemade chips, onions, and I'm going to make a nice sauce au poivre. I haven't done that for a while. So, yeah, I'm going to eat 3 pounds worth of meat tomorrow and then again on Tuesday or Wednesday. Now, if that isn't living like the other half, I don't know what is. What a treat. All thanks to Nectar Points. I'm very good with my Nectar Points. You have to be good about, with these things when you're poor. So I've got the app and I check out, what, and I try and buy things when they're giving you like loads of bonus Nectar Points on them. And it's amazing how quickly those points add up if you're really, really assiduous. That's a good word, isn't it? Assiduous about when you buy stuff. And I know they're collecting on your details. They can track all your shopping habits. I don't give a fuck. I get free beef every now and then. I don't care who. Look, I've been bugged by the Chinese government. I fear no Nectar loyalty point tracking devices. Neil says, I'm waiting out for the bin man on Monday, waiting for my little friend to turn up. Oh, don't hurt him, Neil. Don't you go getting into trouble. Don't you go getting into trouble. I mean, by all means, well, just be careful. Don't hit him, basically. For God's sake. Israel will win the Eurovision. It's fixed, Stacey Cog. I'm not entirely sure about that, mate. Like Emu and Rod, I have no TV, Ariel, Stacey Cog. Dear. The question is, did you drink the leftover wine for breakfast, says Neil. God, I couldn't face it. I was hanging out of my ass this morning. I put it in the fridge, mate. I put it in the fridge and I'm drinking it now. Well, I've added some extra to it, obviously. But for me not to drain the wine glass before I go to bed, I must have been hammered. What's with the jeans, says Steve Colg? Well, I'll tell you exactly. The delivery driver is still in India, although he might not be now. He's on his way home tomorrow. And I had shed loads of staff front of house tonight. So I thought, sod it. I'll dress down and I'll just do the deliveries and have a nice, easy, chilled out night with my hangover. And that is exactly what I did. I'm back front of house tomorrow night. Got to do it. I've got friends coming. That's a marvellous piece of meat you've got there, Boaty, says the M11. Oh, you're very kind. United Kingdom finished with 46 points and 0 points from the popular vote. Yeah, that figures. Got back from Carlisle at 2 a.m, says Mark. Then back out again this morning. Today I've been over the Cat and Fiddle in an articulated lorry. Strange how nobody else was going over in a truck. God, did you really go over in an Arctic, Mark? The Cat and Fiddle isn't as much fun as it used to be, is it, with all the cameras? I have got a film going over the Cat and Fiddle, but from the very early days of YouTube, so it'll be coming up for 2 years ago now. And I think I did it in Sheeson. I'll do it again this year. I'll do it in the TF or the 190. But yeah, you can't misbehave so much anymore. Show us your meat, says Andrew. I'd love to do it in an Arctic. That'd be fabulous. Typical, says Neil. We never do any good in it anymore. Well, we did the year before last, didn't we? We would have won the year before last, except that Ukraine had just been invaded, so they got the sympathy vote from everybody. Otherwise, we'd have pissed it. Admittedly, all of the other recent years, we've come last. Mark says, sadly, very true. At least we're not paying the cost of hosting it this year. Israel finished with 375 points and got 323 in the popular vote. Okay. Oh, Mark, bless you. Mark, the lovely Mark Posada sent a little super chat, bless him. Roast beef and Yorkshire's outstanding dinner. Oh, it's going to be. And, darlings, I haven't deployed this yet. I can't wait to try it. I've got the nice horseradish that I got from the farm shop services on the M5. I can't wait to try this. God, doesn't take much to get me excited, does it, darlings? I'm really looking forward to lunch tomorrow. I'm also really looking forward to Monday. I really hope Monday goes as planned. Thank you very much, Mark. Really appreciate that. Tracy watches the Eurovision. Let's shame her. Why would we shame her? Eurovision's brilliant. When I was married, we used to have Eurovision parties every year. I love it. Yeah, we know it's a bit crap, but that's the point. It's just fun. I loved our Eurovision parties. Oh, I'm sorry, Buddy Scrotter. My angelfish just died. Oh. Neil says they check Boaty's shopping. Wine, 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 lube, wine, 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 condoms. I did a proper shop today. I did, yeah, I bought, God. Well, all right, admittedly, over 50% of it cost-wise was actually wine. It's it's on offer till the 14th, so I bought 6 bottles because it's the really good stuff is cheaper than the really crap stuff. So I thought, well, it's not going to go to waste, is it? And I bought, what else did I buy? Bloody hell. Well, I should have done an unpacking video. Sean gets 20,000 views when he unpacks his shopping. I probably got about 12. I bought potatoes, 2 different types, stringless green beans, because I can't be arsed stringing them. Although, hopefully, I'll be getting fresh ones from Ram's Garden soon, before too long. I bought butter, bread, bog roll, apple juice, wine, no lube, no condoms. What else did I buy? I bought some bacon. I treated myself to some economy bacon. £1.40 something for about 69 rashers. Haven't had bacon for ages and ages and ages. And you know why I can't have bacon? Because of the HP sauce issue that I've talked about before. But I stole some sachets of HP sauce from the pub next door to the Premier Inn when I stayed in Cumbach. So I can actually have a bacon sandwich. So, and I thought, £1.49 for however many rations it is. I thought, that's all right, we'll have that. And it lasts forever in the fridge, doesn't it? My fridge actually doesn't look, my fridge is always bloody empty. And it's not totally empty at the moment. That's quite amazing. What else did I buy? I bought tomatoes. I bought the beef. I bought some eggs. I tried to cover all of the basics. I cheated. I bought Yorkshire puddings. I'm not making Yorkshire puddings when it's just for me. When I'm cooking for others, yes, I will make the Yorkshire puddings. But you can get, when it's just for me, I buy the ready done one. I mean, you can get decent ones now. I'm not talking about those crappy, awful, bloody little miniature things that are all perfectly round. They're shit. But, you get ones like this. Okay, I'll bang them in the freezer. But those are all right. I mean, those are pretty much as good as you make yourself. So I don't see the point in faffing. If I was cooking for other people, yeah, I'll do it. For myself, I'm not going to bother, to be honest. Just too much faff. Too much faff. That's what it is. What is it? It's too much faff. Quite right. Oh, yes. Oh, God. Oh, dear. What's going on with the bin men, Neil? Oh, Barry Scrotter. Don't ask. Don't ask. They biffed his car and knew they'd biffed his car and just buggered off. Oh, I'm so sorry. Fortunately, oh, God, hiccups, burps, hangovers. Oh, I'm falling apart tonight, darlings. Falling apart, I am. God, an elderly man is physically disintegrating in front of your very eyes. They biffed his car. They knew they'd biffed his car. They talked about it and they decided to piss off. Fortunately, Neil has CCTV footage. Ireland finished with 375 and got 136 off the popular vote. And Neil is just explaining. Ukraine finished with 453 and they are top at the moment. Yeah. Don't lie, you went to work riding a horse. God, it's a long time since I've ridden a horse. A long time, which is weird considering I was brought up with them. Eurovision is a right con, says Jimmy Quinn. I'll never watch it again. Oh, okay. The M11 says, I can't watch the Eurovision because I don't have a rigged up telly. Well, I wasn't watching it either, M11. I don't have any kind of a telly, rigged up or otherwise. I listen to it on Radio 2, although not quite the same without it being Ken Bruce. But that Ryland fellow, he's all right, he is. I hated him to begin with. I don't mind him so much now. Mark, where is the Cat and Fiddle, says Barry Scrotter? I know nothing of it. The Cat and Fiddle is the road from Buxton to Macclesfield. And what a very fine road it is. Far superior. It's a superior driving road to the Snake Pass. It's a fantastic road to drive. Unfortunately, so many people agreed and so many motorcyclists died on it that they've now got average speed cameras up all over it. But it's a stunning road to drive. The views are spectacular, and it's well worth the trip to drive it. And it's named the Cat and Fiddle after the pub that's at the top of it. Croatia finished with 5-4-7 and are top now. Neil, oh right, Neil still, yeah, oh dear, yes. Yeah, it's such a shame they biffed his lovely ZTT. I vote Latvia to win, says Baddy Scrotter. A bloke on TikTok who is quite funny and has good dry humour told me to vote for them, so I did. Oh, right, well, fair enough. Did I miss ABBA? Oh, there was loads of ABBA on. Not seen Mustard in a cold of days. Has he died? No, he's definitely still alive. And the winner is Switzerland, says Trace. I thought it would be. They were getting all of those douze points from the jury votes. Croatia were the favourites, but there we are. Oh, well done, Switzerland. And it'll be lovely for Switzerland to host it next year. I might go. Let's all go to Eurovision next year. Now we're talking about all being hit by bin lorries. Oh, well, there we are. Oh, I'm sorry, Barry. Yeah, I'm gutted about the fish. Had to do an emergency rescue mission on the rest of the fish just before the live. But that's the last of my fish in the tank now. Oh, dear. I haven't had to fish a dead one out for ages. They just get eaten. The other ones just eat the dead ones. I never get to see them unless it's an absolutely massive one that they can't eat all of it. I like the Swiss song and staging, says Matron. Worthy winner for a change. Right, she goes on. Boaty's world, I am in you. Right. Oh, R.I.P. Barry's little angel fish. Yeah, it does. It can get you sometimes. I mean, I know you say, they're just a fish, but it does kind of get you a little bit. I remember when my what's it fish? Oh God, what's it called? Not a Portuguese man of war. That's the jellyfish that tried to kill me. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. You know, the little ones that you they're Vietnamese or Korean or something, and you have to put them in a tank on their own because they attack and anything else. I had a darling little one of those in the kitchen. He was absolutely lovely. When I came in from work, he would swim towards me and say hello. I was gutted when he died. Never replaced him. Didn't seem right. And I was gutted when all of my frogs went as well. Oh, who's done that? Ah, right. Okay. Well, firstly, Mark, thank you very much for another super chat. Have you had any more thoughts on setting up a Patreon channel? Sorry for banging on about it, but I think it's a good idea. I have had thoughts, Mark, and I have actually done it. So it's all set up, it's all verified, and all of that, but it's not yet published. I need to write the little bits of blurb, and maybe you guys can help me here. I was trying to think of what can I put on it I mean, I love the idea that, that you and others are willing and happy to support me and support the channel. I'm incredibly grateful. And I genuinely want to kind of do something to recognize that. And so I was trying to think, what can I put on the Patreon to set it apart from like channel membership on YouTube? I did think about, I don't know, should I just replicate what I do on the channel memberships? So people have got like an either or option. Because I know that some people, like Jimmy is one. Jimmy doesn't like doing anything through YouTube because he knows that A, you have to wait up to 2 months for the money, and B, you don't get all of it. They take a massive cut. So for something like that, Patreon might be an idea. So I don't know. Can you think of anything I can do over and above for Patreon? Anything I can do differently? Anything extra? Or shall I just replicate the channel membership stuff and let people take a free choice? But it is all done. It is all set up. I just need to do the final bit of blurb, and set up the Patreon tiers or whatever. But I did take it on board, and I have done it. I have done all the groundwork, and it has been verified and all of that. It's just not live yet. It's not actually published. So yeah, if any of you have got any ideas or input on that, I would very much welcome it. Oh, she was 10, Barry, the angel. Oh, you'd had her for 10 years and she was spectacular. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, mate. I've just been pinged by John. Let me just have a look at that. So I think he was. Oh, right. Anybody got any advice for John? Hey, Jason, I've just had an emergency. I caught my skin tag on my back and it's pissing blood and it won't stop. I'm panicking. What shall I do? John, any ideas? I mean, okay, if it's bleeding, then given where it is, then direct pressure is the answer. So take something clean and sterile, hold it firmly over the exit point, and keep holding it firmly until the blood coagulates. If it's not possible for you to do that yourself, because it depends where it is on your back, I suppose, then get a family member to do it for you. But yeah, I mean, bleeding like that through a small exit wound, it's direct pressure with something clean and sterile until coagulation occurs and the bleeding will naturally stop, and then just cover the clean and cover the exit point with a plaster or whatever. I mean, if it's a skin tag, it's not going to be sufficient blood loss to cause, any any particular issues, I wouldn't have thought so. Yeah, just direct pressure, I would suggest, John. But you know, keep us up to date. Let us know how you're doing. I feel like a millionaire in this warm weather, if you know what I mean, says Barry. Oh, doesn't it lift the spirits? I mean, it makes you inclined to do so much more. It's lovely. I was gutted that I had the misfortune to be taken hungover today. So it was kind of, yeah, it's kind of a wasted day, really, which is a shame, but there we are. When there is a thunderstorm after a dry spell, says Baddy Scrotter, who goes out in minimal clothes and enjoys it, or is this just me? No, I totally do that. Totally do that. A good innings though, 10 years, Barry, says the M11. But yes, that's a long time with a fishy companion, so will surely be much missed. Sorry for your fishy loss. A man in a dress won it, says Jimmy Quinn. Well, of course, I haven't seen any visuals, so I've got no idea what anybody looks like. Neil's chiming in. Sorry for your loss, Barry. 10 years is 10 years is really good for a fish. Though I had my old goldfish for 3 years, and I thought that was a long time. Goldfish are not very long lived, but Boo had a big old, I forget the name of the fish, one of the big dogfish, I can't remember the name. And she did that for he was about 20 by the time he popped his clogs. And I'm hoping my big boy, I've got a lovely, lovely big boy in my bedroom tank. And I'm hoping he's going to go on for at least a decade yet. Although I don't know how old he is, because I didn't buy him. The tank that's in the bedroom, I was, oh God, it was quite sad, really. It was, it was a deceased estate. A guy lost his wife and was distraught, and his family wanted anything to give him a reason to live, really, because when an old couple have been together forever and one of them pops off, it happens so often that the other one just follows after because they've lost their reason to live. And he used to have an interest in tropical fish. So the family all together bought him a tropical fish tank and filled it with fish and beautiful plants and everything, made it all lovely to give the old boy an interest. But sadly, he died quite soon after his wife of a broken heart. And I can't remember exactly how it happened, but through some Facebook group or other, it might have been singles actually. We ended up taking the tank, me and Boo, and we went to somewhere in Yorkshire, and we took the tank and all of the fish and everything that was in the tank. And then we had a perilous journey back. We were living in Matlock Bath, and we had no room in Matlock Bath. Matlock Bath was already full of fish tanks because Boo was into it. I mean, we had a massive one in the front parlor, one of those huge ones that are like, I don't know how big it was. It was about 8 feet long. It was absolutely massive. And then a little tank in the kitchen, and then a tank in the bedroom as well. Boo was really into it. So there was no room there. So we thought we'll bring it here to Windy Bum. And we had the most perilous journey with Boo trying to keep the fish alive on the journey back and keep the air in the water and whatnot. Oh my God, it was absolutely mad. But we didn't lose any. We didn't lose any fish, not during the journey anyway. And that's the tank that's now in my bedroom. So I don't know how old that big guy is. but I'm very fond of him. We're not great mates. He's one of those fish that he's not comfortable really being out and about when I'm there. I give them a nice hiding place. My tank is a live tank. There's nothing artificial in there. So there's stuff in there, but it's wood and it's plants. It's all natural, live stuff. But I built a series of caves down at the bottom of the tank. You know, constructed them around the wood and whatnot, so that the creatures in there, 'cause it's like a multi, whatever you call it, tank. There's not just fish in there. There are snails and there are what's it called? Not locusts. What are they called? Oh God, I always forget the word. They're really cool. I love them. I've got some giant ones, and I can't remember what the hell they're called. You know, the or whatever they're called. They shed their skin every now and then, and you think they're dead, and it's not. It's just their old skin that's been. Oh, not. Oh, shrimp. Shrimp. So there are snails and shrimp and all sorts in there. Used to be frogs, although they've all gone. I could do with getting some more, really. And yeah, so I created the caves because a lot of them, they like to hide away, only come out in the dark, you know. So I created hiding places for them so that they're comfortable during the day. And the great big chap, he'll be out. He likes to relax, sun himself on a piece of wood. He'll lie full length or with his noodly appendages waving in the water. And then as soon as I go in, he'll say, "Oh, fuck," like a teenager being caught wanking. And he will just disappear into his hidey places. And then I feed him, and presumably he comes back out and eats. And I don't know why he's frightened of me. I mean, we've been together a long time now. He should have figured out that I'm going in there to feed him. The others all have. The smaller fish, they love it when I go in because they think, "Oh, great, we're going to get fed," and they all go mad and they all come to the surface and whatnot. But not the big boy. That was John. What's he got to say? There we are. There we are. Right, he's got his son down. His son applied direct pressure. Thankfully, it stopped, and he's put a big plaster patch on it, and hopefully that won't come off in the night. Well done, John. I'm sure you'll be absolutely grand. You're not on blood. Are you on blood thinners? Are you on warfarin for any reason? You had a heart attack, didn't you? So I'm guessing you're going to be on warfarin, aren't you? Which is going to yeah. So that might have caused the excessive bleeding because you're not going to coagulate as quickly as you normally would. But there we go. If it stopped, it stopped. So that's all good. Mark says, Barry, the Cat and Fiddle Pass is the A537 between Macclesfield and Buxton. It is. It is indeed. I'm with you on the thunderstorm, Barry, says the M11. I want to dance naked in the warm raid. No blood thinners, John. That's weird. So you had a major heart attack and they've not put you on warfarin. Why? Why would that be? And you've been suffering from blood clots. And they've not got you on blood thinners. They've not got you on warfarin. That sounds really, really weird to me. I mean, you were having life-threatening clots, and you're not on warfarin. What's all that about? You were for a short time. Well, why would they take you off? Oh, well, I presume they know what they're doing, but I thought that, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody who knows better than me, but I thought if you had a cardiac event or if you had a stroke, then, as I understood it, you were on blood thinners for life. It's not a short-term thing. I thought you were on them for life. My father certainly was after he had his stroke. And certainly if you're suffering with clots, I can't understand why, you're suffering from life-threatening blood clots and you're suffering from TI. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. We're not doctors, are we? You get carried away with a bit of Google knowledge. Oh, Neil's going to go in for his HGV. That'll be cool. When I was working for Severn Trent, says Baddy Scrotter, I took my lorry down roads that would make the ring twitch. Oh dear. And Neil goes on, Class 2 recovery drivers are required everywhere. Always get a job. So doing that would be another string to my bow. Yeah, you go for it, mate. Who is your favourite subscriber apart from Mustard, Hubnut, and that Jeremy bloke, asks Steve Colg. I don't think Hubnut subscribed to me, is he? And which Jeremy bloke? Oh, God. Oh, dear. God, my favourite subscriber. You're all equal favourites. I love you all. Dear me. I love the idea of Hubnut subscribing to me. I know he's vaguely aware of who I am, but I very much doubt he's ever watched one of my videos. And I'm pretty damn sure he's not subscribed. Although you never know. I'm trying to think now. Which well-known people are subscribed to me? Furious Driving is subscribed. I know that. Mustard, obviously. Sean, channel member as well, premium subscriber. Who else? Oh, James, obviously, JM and Cars. But I don't know. I can't think of any other big channels that are subscribed to me. But you're all equally wonderful and lovely, and I love each and every one of you for different reasons. I mean, obviously, you lot, my inner scrotum, then you're my favourites. But I can't admit that, can I? I can't admit that. When I left my husband, says the M11, I got fish instead. I loved them. Right. Barry says, Neil, I love the idea of a class 1 recovery driver. Don't think I could cope with the hours now, but it would be more interesting than doing what I'm doing. And class 2 car recovery will give you all sorts of options. And Neil says it's got to be done if they pay for it. Well, I would agree with that. Boaty's song contest. The entry is I'm forever blowing rusty trombones. God. Oh, dear. No worries, folks, says Barry. I didn't cry or anything, but it did get me, though. Oh, shed a tear. There's no harm. Hello, everyone, says Matron. I'm sorry to have been shouting scores through the window and then fell in the side door and then didn't actually greet anyone. Hello. The ones that recover, says the one that recover HGV, says Neil, are on some serious money. Bloody dangerous job though. That is 95% of your jobs are on the motorway, and pulling one of them off the side of the road is a nightmare. I love fish that can't talk back, says Barry. Amazing variety in colour and shape, though. Yeah, Emma Mellon says that's probably why I replaced my husband with them. Good swap, I would say. Good swap. Oh, they eventually died, though. Well, everything eventually dies, doesn't it? You have to keep it going, keep it rolling. Have them. Call an ambulance, John, says Barry. Oh, no need to call an ambulance for that. Skin tag, says Matron. Direct pressure. Boaty's advice is perfect. Lay on a towel. It's just a nick. Oh, dear. The start of every live, says Jimmy, put your PayPal account on the top of the chat. Oh, that's probably not a bad idea, but I don't want to be seen as too grasping, especially after a comment left by the lovely Joe on the other live stream Tuesday or whenever it was. But yeah, I have changed all of the PayPal doings. It is in the Boaty's World name now, not in singles, and I have got a direct link. So that's probably a good idea, Jimmy. I should start doing that. Yeah, I should start doing that. Neil messaged John. He's had to remove him in the past. Sorry for being silly, says Steve Colg. I've had a drink and a smoke, but I am happy. Oh, well, that's good. And I'm going to eat something soon. Good idea. Right. Matron's a little squiffy too and needs a wee. God. Oh, God, I'm being ping-pong left, right, and centre. Let's have a look. Oh, okay, Matron. Thank you very much. Well, that's me told. Good idea, John. Good idea. Take as much, not control. You have to trust the people that are caring for you. But it doesn't hurt for you to be as informed as possible, does it? I love the night, says Neil, when you have to try and repair stuff with no parts. It appeals to my skill set of rebuilding stuff that people think you can't do. I rebuilt a water pump the other week on a TVR Tuscan. Bloody hell. Oh, Sophie's here. Hi, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Had my girlfriend... Hang on, what? Oh, right, no. Oh, right, Iceland have buggered up her shop and... Oh, dear. Oh, right, 100 quid down. Oh, God. I don't think Boaty has a green thumb. I certainly don't. And my gardeners have still not turned up. My shrimp are antisocial, says Neil. They hide all day, come out at 3 a.m. and eat the junk off the floor. They're mental little things, and the snail. Yeah, all shrimp are like that. They will hide. You're kind of blessed if you see them. You pay. I mean, my giant shrimp, and they are huge. They're like that size. They're massive. They were like, I mean, oh god, it's years ago that I bought them, but they were like 15 quid each or something, and you never see them. You pay good money for something and you never get to see it. They only come out when you're not there or when it's bloody dark. Boaty's freezer is full. Not exactly full, but not as empty as it usually is. Now everybody's talking about marijuana. I'm not going there. Not my thing. Not my thing, but each to their own. How are we all today, says Sophie? And hello, Boaty, my best friend. Hope you've had a lovely day. I've had a bloody hungover day, but it's not been unpleasant. Thank you, Sophie. And I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. Might send the lady garden away with the fairies. Oh dear. All right. Neil has also got tunnels. He's got tunnels that he made in his tank. Barry never got caught servicing his own pipe, but he did get caught by his mum while he was servicing his girlfriend at the time. We've all been there. We've all been there. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, Simone is here. Lovely Simone. How are you, my lovely? Hope you're well. God. I saw Boaty talking to a scarecrow, asking where did he get his clothes from. Many a true word spoken in jest. I've never taken a girl up the Marmite motorway, says Barry. I never felt the need to get my little chap brown. Each to their own. Each to their own. There was a thing on something, and oh well, let's not go there. It's a bit late, and that'll set off a whole other discussion. And I meant to bugger off 23 minutes ago. I was out tonight with friends, hey Simone. I wasn't a dirty stop out, I promise. Ah, Simone, bless you. I hope you had a lovely night. Okay, I can't read that out. Sorry, just skimming through these. Oh, Mark's giving Neil some advice. Mark is an HGV driver, of course. Oh, Barry now has 69 subscribers, and I believe that 69 is self-explanatory. Yep, a meal for two with a hairy view. I've never known anyone, says Matron, who had heart attacks and TIAs and brain tumors to not have taken anticoagulants for life. Me neither. Me neither, Matron. Can't you get a second opinion, John? That seems absolutely, well, I mean, it seems weird and utterly bizarre to me. Yeah, I mean, you have a cardiac event, that on its own means that you're on anticoags for life, doesn't it? Across the board, full stop. And throw in TIAs and brain clots and a tumor, mad. Absolutely mad. But there we are. There we are. My uncle, says Neil, has got vascular dementia and he's on them, same as my granddad when he had a heart attack. So it's strange that they took John off them. Seems really weird to me, but who are we? John, please get a second opinion, says the M11. Right, so it looks like we're all on the same page there. It seems very odd that somebody who's had a major heart attack, continual TIAs, blood clots that required an operation would not be on anticoagulants. What's going on there? We're just worried about you, John. We're not criticizing or anything. We're just worried about you. That's all. I will not repeat, says Barry, what Karen said about people asking for money. You don't need to. I remember it the first time. Yeah. I know the rest of that, and we talked about that, Barry, and I think we're kind of on the same hymn sheet with it. It's not totally black and white, but yeah, I pretty much agree. I think we reached that conclusion, didn't we? It's all over the place. I don't like. It's something that I try not to do, and there are and sometimes you see it, and it's really overt, and it's a little bit uncomfortable, and we spoke about it, and yeah. Oh dear. God, can I go to bed? I'm absolutely slaughtered. Hold on. Oh, Simon's got a film up tomorrow night at 7 p.m. If anybody would like to watch an hour of her rambling around an old racetrack. Oh, that sounds good. I'll have a look at that. Oh, and Matron is agreeing with Neil about the blood thinners and anticoags. Oh, John says, I'm going to the doctor's next week for a checkup. So I will be asking that same question. So I will keep you all updated on here. John, it's not that long ago that you were going in for an operation, you were going in for brain surgery to have a tumor hopefully removed. And you were very brave and you were very open, and you said that it was, literally a life or death situation. And then the operation was cancelled at very short notice because the surgeon was ill. Why have they not rescheduled that operation? I mean, that was weeks ago now. Surely you shouldn't just be going to your doctor for a checkup. Surely they should be getting you in to reschedule that operation, shouldn't they? I mean, the tumor hasn't magically disappeared, has it? If it was operable before, and which it clearly was because they were going to operate on it, and that had to be cancelled, I don't get why it would be weeks and weeks and weeks and nothing's happening to. I mean, you were very open and you said that it was a really tricky one, and brain surgery is always tricky. So if the tumor was serious enough that they were going to do that, why is nothing happening now after the operation was postponed due to illness? I don't get that. I don't get that at all. Oof. Good evening, truckers, says Ross, Dino Dad. Don't sell Joe that car, says Steve Cole. Which car? I'll buy it. God, what are we talking about now? Mothering Sunday here, says Ross, today, so I'm on my best behaviour. I'm buying it, says Neil. What? God, I've lost the plot. Boaty, what's happening with the fried bentos, says Paddy. It's still there. It's in the cupboard. I haven't eaten it. I missed what happened with young Joe. Can anyone let me know, or is it a slightly touchy subject? Okay, all right. I'll go there. I will go there before I say good night. Okay, Joe. It's only fair. He was a big part of the community, and he seems to have disappeared. So it's only fair to let you know what's going on. Okay, right. Okay. Why is Joe not been in the live streams lately? I don't absolutely know. You would have to ask Joe. But I can tell you what I do know and what I can guess. I will guess that Joe is not in the live streams because he feels that he would not be welcome. The reason he might possibly feel that is because some members of the community have decided to fall out with or distance themselves from him. I am one of those people. Now, it's not for me to say why anybody else might have fallen out with Joe or might feel the need to distance themselves. I do know, but it's not for me to say. You know, those are personal things. I'm happy to tell you why I fell out with him initially. And I fell out with him initially because, as you know, I ended up scrapping Brian. We tried to fix him for months and months and months. It didn't work. More things kept going wrong. Neil tried everything that he could. And then, you know, the day came where I was desperate for money. I've got a car sitting there that looks like it's never going to be able to be fixed. It had been sitting in the yard for 9 months, and I arranged for it to be scrapped. I got some money into my bank account. It got me out of that particular situation. And there you are. End of story, you might think. Joe was upset that I scrapped a car that had been sitting in the yard for 9 months, that I'd advertised for sale, that I'd advertised as available for parts. And he got quite offended that there were a couple of parts apparently that he would have liked off it, and I scrapped it. He'd had plenty of opportunity to get them, but there you go, whatever. Didn't happen for whatever reason. Joe then decided that he would take it on himself to contact at least one person. There might have been more, but I know for certain he contacted at least one person that was selling a car that Mustard, me, and the unknown banker were trying to buy for the business. And he told the seller that we were not safe people to sell a car to because we scrap perfect running cars for no reason. So no enthusiast should ever sell a car to us because we scrap perfect cars. Yeah, of course we do. You watch my channel, you watch Mustard's channel. Yeah, of course that's what we do, isn't it? So, when Joe decided to do that, and there were other things as well, I decided that, okay, yeah, that's kind of not really okay. It's not what a friend would do. It's not a nice thing to do. Mustard and the unknown banker certainly didn't deserve it, even if I did. So I just decided that I would very quietly distance myself a little bit. So I defriended him on Facebook, blocked his messenger, and that was it. I've not blocked him on the channel or anything like that. He came onto some live streams and I was perfectly normal and civil. I've not, to my knowledge, I don't think I've said a bad word about him. Other people may have felt similarly. That's not for me to talk about. So the bottom line is that I suspect that for those reasons, he probably feels a little bit uncomfortable coming here because he knows that there are people within the community who have an issue with him, myself included. Or maybe he just thinks that I'm a total asshole. He certainly said in a comment that you can still read, I've not deleted anything that he's written. He thinks that I'm a total asshole. He thinks that I'm a total fraud. He wishes he'd never met me. Well, you can read the comment for yourself, blah, blah, blah. So maybe he won't want to be here because I am clearly a despicable human being. So there you go. That is the Joe thing. So what can you do? Make of that what you will. And just to be clear, he is not blocked from the channel. His comments are not blocked from the channel. And as far as I'm concerned, he's very welcome to come along to the live streams or watch the videos or anything if he chooses to. But given that he's put a comment out there saying that I am this, that, and the other, and he wishes that he'd never met me, I imagine he wouldn't want to. So there you go. Right, let's crack on, and then let's bugger off and get it. Oh, God almighty, it's 37 minutes past. Oh, dear. Where did I get to? In other news, we are selling the Trans Am. Karen wants to get a Shelby Mustang, says Barry. Oh, that sounds rather cool. I didn't even know you had a Trans Am. Oh, Neil's heading back to, right. Neil saying, yeah, Trace, I agree. I'm first aid trained and they always put them on, talking about the blood thinners. Anybody after heart attacks, yeah, it all sounds a bit strange to all of us. I've had thrombosis twice, says Jimmy. I take aspirin every day. Oh, and Barry suffers from ADHD and has to take medication every day, so he feels the medication pain. Well, the roses are keeping their chin up, says Peter P. Oh, they're on their, they're past their last legs. Ross says everyone over 40 should have a heart health check. Boring, but yeah, I agree with that. Peter, they are dried flowers now, says Barry, and I agree. Oh, dear. Well, if he wanted the part, why didn't he say something before? That's a bit petty. Oh, I don't know. Oh, wow, this is revelation, says Barry. Anyway, long live Fred the Shed. I didn't realise it got to that point with Joe, says Andrew. Nah, these things happen. All right, darlings, it's not the end of the world, you know. I do a tiny little YouTube channel that a few people watch, and there are millions of other little YouTube channels, and there are bound to be little fallouts here and there, aren't they? It's just the way things go. Long live Fred the Shed. Oh, dear. Right, I've caught up with the comments, darlings. I am absolutely exhausted. And on that note, I think we can... John says, I just hope the chat doesn't think bad of me for not chasing things up. John, it's not for you to chase things up. And, you know, we don't know your individual medical situation. We just think it's a bit odd. We just think it's a bit odd that you're having major brain surgery, which you were very open about, that might not have been survivable. And that brain surgery was cancelled due to the surgeon being ill, and it hasn't been rescheduled. So it's not about you chasing it up. We're thinking, well, how does essential brain surgery suddenly become not a thing, and you're just going for a checkup with a GP rather than still being looked after by the neurological team at the hospital that was performing the surgery? I mean, surely another surgeon would have been brought in the next day, or and we're also just a bit confused by the idea that you've had, you've had a major heart attack, you've had multiple TIAs, you've had multiple life-threatening clots, and you're not on simple anticoagulants. So it's not about you chasing these things up. We're wondering what on earth is going on when you're not getting what we think, and we could be mistaken, is the basic medical care. God. Right, I'm losing the plot now, darlings. I need to bugger off. Get something to eat and get to sleep. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Thank you for your company, my lovelies, as always. 46 is young. God, I wish I was 46 again. When I was 46, I was as fit as a butcher's dog. I still had all of my teeth. I was still a pottering machine. Oh God, 46 was amazing. I was at my peak when I was 46. Dear, oh dear. Oh God. Right then, my lovelies. That's it for this one. I am going to very much I'm very much going to bugger off now. I'm going to say thank you so much for your company. Many thanks to Mark Prasad for his multiple kindnesses tonight. And yeah, if anybody's got any feedback on the Patreon thing, I am going to go. I'm going to go with it on Mark's advice. I would just welcome any input as exactly how I should go with it. And yeah, I'm so tired. So we'll send love to John, bless him. And yeah, so there we are. That is it. I'm going to get off. I'm going to get some supper. I'm going to get to bed. I probably watched Clarkson's Farm last night, but I have no memory of doing it. So I'm going to watch episode 5 again. If I did watch it before, I honestly can't remember. And there we are. I will see you earlier tomorrow night, darlings, back to 11 o'clock. And then on Monday, of course, don't forget, proper episode 2 of Emma and Boaty's Monday Night Live. And thank you for all of your views on that. It's with a little bit of luck and a following wind, obviously it's hardly getting any views now, but I'm hoping that last Monday's live will creep up to 1,000 views. That would be rather a nice thing, and I'm really looking forward to oh, okay, Sophie, I will. I'm really looking forward to, what was I going to say then? Oh yeah, I'm really looking forward to this Monday because we've got, we've been working behind the scenes, darlings. We've got some new ideas. We've got one new idea. The M11 has got one new idea. I haven't got any new ideas. But the M11 has got a new idea, and I think Matron might have a new idea tucked up her sleeve. So hopefully Monday will be a lot of fun. But there's Sunday before then. I will see you tomorrow night, Sunday night live, 11 o'clock. Oh God, hopefully I won't be so hungover. And thank you for watching. Have a safe and peaceful night. Go out and see if you can see the northern lights before you go to bed. I'm certainly going to go and do that right now. Have the best Sunday that you can tomorrow. Take joy wherever you possibly can. Take care of yourself and take care of those who you love and who love you. Yeah, I fixed the phone in issues. I have done that. And can we what? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Massive, massive, massive. Thank you, Sophie. Let's all wish Neil all the very best for his ascent of Snowdon. Our Neil is going to trudge up Snowdon, up the minus path. So good luck for that. Hope everything goes well. Hope you really enjoy it, doing it on short notice. You're very brave. Hope you have a fabulous time. And there we are. And on that note, I am off. I'm going to go and have a look at the night. The light. Much love to you all. But you and the Eurovision and Northern Lights, Aurora Borealis, gosh.